This is the podcast, not an interview. This is a conversation. No gimmicks, just reasons. 84 reasons. Come holler at me.
What up, my people? I am Big Troop. This is 84 Reasons, talking all things Florida Gators, whether that be football, basketball, baseball. But today, man, we're going back to the trenches. And when you think about what the University of Florida is, man, in 2022, if you wasn't watching Etienne and Johnson and Naquan, Lorenzo, them boys was having some nice holes being opened up for them. My next guest, coming all the way from Hutch Community College, 6'8", 370, a slim 370, 6'8". My next guest is Jordan Herman. What's going on with you there, Jordan?
Doing pretty good, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Now, Jordan, man, I gotta get into it. People talk about recruiting, they talk about JUCO. When you hear community college, man, you hear what you guys have to go through just to even play, to get noticed. Talk about that journey for people who don't know. What is the journey like coming from community college, trying to gain, some level of admiration and exposure from these big time schools?
So out of high school, like my first year playing football was my senior year of high school. So I'm still new to the game in general. But coming out of high school, I had some interest from some D1 colleges, like just because of my size and how big I was. So I had some interest, but I decided to take the JUCO route because I feel like I needed some more development as well as playing instead of just going to a university and just sitting. So I went to a JUCO to get some more development and get some college experience while also being able to play. And I went to Hudson Community College out of Kansas. And when I first got to Kansas, I was like, man, this is different. This is way different than what I'm used to because I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. I went to high school in Fort Mill, South Carolina. So it's more of a city vibe. And when you go out to Kansas, it's not that much city out there. It's just farms and flatlands and, stuff like that. It's really in the middle of nowhere. So it was different when I first got out there. But I chose Hudson Community College because, for one, I did my research on it, and it was like one of the top community colleges for football. So, and then I developed a real good relationship with the coaches there. So I felt like that was a good fit for me. And my first year there, I definitely had to get adjusted to it for sure. The first couple months I was out there, I had to get adjusted. But once I fell in the swing of things, I really started to love it. And we had a pretty good season that year. We went undefeated, and we won a national championship my first year there. So that was real eye-opening for me as far as like recruiting, because when you win, it brings in stuff like that. Like you get noticed. So I wouldn't say it was too hard to get recruited out of Hutch because of the JUCO name and the connections that my coaches had there. I feel like it wasn't that hard. But my second year, what did we do our second year? Our second year, we didn't win the national championship, but we did have a pretty solid season. And that season, I started and played all year. So I got to get my film out there on Twitter and stuff like that. I started reaching out to coaches, and coaches was reaching out to my O-line coach, and I was building relationships there. But I really didn't start getting my offers until my last month of being there, which was that May of 2022, the May. So I didn't really start getting offers until my last month there. So I was there for 2 years, but I didn't start getting my offers until my last month there.
Jordan, you said you played football your senior year. How the hell did you had to get sick of them coaches saying, hey, son, come in for a second. You walk around school, they looking up at you. I don't know if it's the basketball coach, football coach. How did you avoid them coaching for 3 years? Because I know you had to be like, man, every time I go to this school, they be like, there go Jordan again. Hey, man, how did they finally convince you to play football your senior year?
Yeah, so I was a big hooper, man, growing up. I had the hoop dreams. I just wanted to hoop. I thought I was just going to go far hooping. And each year I was there, I had one of the football coaches, I had a class with him. and he would always. I had to hear it every day. Every day, man. You should come try football, man. You should just give it a shot. Each year, I had at least a coach come up to me and say something about football, and I was just so tunnel vision on basketball because that was my first love, and that's all I was like, nah, I'm a hooper. I ain't touching that field. But then my senior year, one of my close buddies who I played basketball with, he wanted to play football. So that really inspired me to play it. My senior, I was like, we got nothing to lose. Might as well. Let's try it out. All these coaches keep saying I should try it out. So I tried it out and it took off from there.
You go from the Queen City to Kansas. I mean, I don't know. Kansas that's middle America for those of you who don't know. You go from, my son lives in Charlotte, so I know all about Charlotte. Like, how Charlotte is a very, very big city from downtown to the outskirts. But you go from green everywhere to flat. Kansas is flat. How was that adjustment? Because obviously when people go away, they go to college, they go away from home, but they usually go on somewhere that's similar to where they're from. There is nothing that compares Kansas to Charlotte, North Carolina. So how was that adjustment, just adjusting to being out there?
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, it was difficult at first because I just wasn't used to stuff like that. But every time I would get down or get homesick, I would just anchor down and realize what my goals were, and I just tried to persevere through all of that stuff. And Hudson Community College itself, like it's a good school, and like the facilities are pretty nice, and the dorms are pretty nice, and then the relationships I built with teachers, friends, their teammates, that really helped me through the adjustments, because just being able to have those relationships and hanging out with people that make me feel like I am at home, that helped me push through all of that.
Talking with the next great offensive line at the University of Florida, Jordan Herman. This is 84 Reasons. No games, no gimmicks, just reasons. May 2022. Coach Sale, Coach Stapleton, they at Hudson Community College, they go, who the hell is that? Oh, that's Jordan. Jordan what? Jordan Herman. Like, whoa. We need to holler at him, because you say it took you 2 years. How do you keep your nerves under control? Because obviously I'm there to Hutch to get out. Yes, I appreciate the opportunity, but I'm here to get out, and I've been here a year. I'm going to the coach. Hey, coach, y'all heard anything? Nothing. You like, oh, bro, I got to come back for another year. Yeah, all right, I'm believing in what y'all doing, but it's getting close. May comes. What is it like getting a team like Florida, who obviously their reputation speaks for itself, being in the SEC? What is that feeling like? I'm pretty sure you walk about y'all coaches like, look, bro, don't say nothing to me. I don't want to hear nothing. I'm going to do the game plan. I'm going home. But May 2022 comes. What is that like with Coach Sale, Coach Stapleton? They offering you to come down to Gainesville.
Well, going into May this year, I was planning on staying at Hutch for another semester and playing another season. Because I ain't really have that much interest, and I ain't really have the offers that I wanted, because my dream was to play in the SEC. So me and my O-line coach and the head coach at Hutch, we were talking about, like, because I was getting interest from schools, but they were all saying like we would want him to play another semester and play another season. And my coaches were like, I feel like that's the best thing if you could just stay another semester, because you will blow up if you stay another semester and play. Because I was getting all this interest, and all these big time coaches were telling me they would want me to play another season. And then that my fall season that year to my spring ball, like I really grinded during that spring ball. Like I really made some big dramatic changes in my game, and I really grinded that season because I was ready to get out. Junior college, it was a good experience, but I was ready to start a new journey. I was ready to get out and pursue my dream. So I grinded that spring semester, and then in May, when Coach State, when he came to Hutch, they were coming to talk to our wide receiver, Malik Benson. And I was just in the facility like I'm always in the facility. So I was just in there walking by my O-line coach's office, and he was in there talking to him. And then I had walked past, and they had called me back in the office, and he was like, "Who is that big old dude?" So, and that's how that started from there. So, and then when they offered me, man, it was like just a big relief, because I was just really wondering what my next step was, what I was gonna do, how I was gonna go about it. So when they offered me, man, it was a big relief. And being able to come and play in Gainesville and live my dream and play in the SEC, it was big for me for sure.
Jordan, when you know a guy your size, your ability, it's funny when a guy as big as you are, you still got to have nimble feet. You got to have feet almost like a DB, except all you doing is sliding and moving. When I played with Matt Starks, I know he came and spoke to the team. Before the season started, he was about your size. Y'all 6'8", 6'9" dudes. Y'all are very rare, yeah. But with you, I seen spring 2022. I've seen fall 2021 as far as like you saying, look, man, I know I'm going up against a guy that wants to do speed to power. He wants to try to use his speed against me, but you a guy that say, look, if my feet are nice, which they are, if I got violent hands, which they are, and I don't lean, when you think about your upside, because the thing about recruiting is this. Recruiting is, I had a friend, he said this. He said, bro, when you 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", you got to prove you can't play football. When you 5'10", 5'11", you got to prove you can, because you got to survive out there. They're there to see the receivers coach, and all of a sudden the sun got blocked out. They're like, what just happened? Jordan just walked by. Jordan, come here, Jordan. But to know that your physical gifts, your size, your ability is going to get you in there. What is it about this O-line group? Because, I mean, when I see you, I see Cameron Wade. Y'all have a very, very similar build. He's coming over from Louisiana. I mean, you get a young guy like Austin Barber. When you got to – because O-line is different than any other group. Y'all, all five of y'all have to work together. You could be great at your position, but you got to gel with the center, gel with the guard. What was it about the O-line group at Florida to let you know, look, man, I can fit in with this group?
Well, we got to say it, 5 equals 1. So we all gel together, and our bond with each other is great. And the emphasis in that room is to be the example and be the leader out of all the position groups, because we know being in the trenches and being O-line, it starts with us. So without us, we know we got to start things off and make things shake. So just the camaraderie between each other and the focus that we have and the game plans that we have, we just know, like, when it's time to get down in them trenches, like we gotta be at our top.
Who was the first person you called when Florida offers you? What's the first phone call you made?
First phone call was definitely to my mom, for sure. Mom and my brother. I called them on a group FaceTime.
Did they think something was wrong? Like, what you calling us at the same time for? What was their reaction when you go, y'all, listen, Florida just came up in here to see old boy, but I get me an offer. And like you say, what was your mom's reaction? Did she look at you and go, boy, don't be playing with me? Because you said what was her reaction?
She was excited, man. She was super excited because she knew that I didn't know what direction I was going to take. And I talked to her about throughout the whole recruiting process while I was at her job. I talked to her about it all the time. So she knew about my situation more than anybody. So she was super excited. She knew how hard I worked to get that. And she was just super excited. And my brother, because they both know how hard I worked to achieve and get that offer like that. So they were super excited.
So you get on campus, take your visit, you walking around, y'all got standalone football facilities, y'all got pools now and private chefs feeding y'all asparagus and stuff y'all ain't never ate before. But when it finally hits you, you on campus, you in your door, you go, dude, this is crazy. Like, I'm here. Because you hear about, I don't care where you are in the country, you hear about SEC football. I don't care where you are.
Yeah.
You hear about SEC. You hear about Georgia and Florida and LSU. And now one of them, I mean, you look at Osiris Torrance, who comes from, he's coming from the Sun Belt, not arguably, the best guard in the country last year. You look at the fact you got a school that wants to utilize what you do. Yeah, we're going to throw that thing, but we're going to run that thing. We know that running the football means it's me versus him, bro. You can throw all the stats out. You can throw all the game plans out. But now you here, man. You represent the flagship university in the state. Take nothing away from that school on the Panhandle. Take nothing away from that school down south. You at UF. Has it finally sunk in? You saying, bro, I'm one of them ones, man. And at least now when people staring at me, when they say, do you play for Florida? Yes. Y'all staring at me. Yes, I do play for the
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah, it hit me. I want to say that first game against Utah. That game was so like just coming out when we ran out. I was like, man, this is real. Like I'm here. Like this is this is crazy. Like I dream about stuff like this, and it was just a great moment, and it really hit me then. I was like, I'm here. Like it's time. It's really time to work. Like it's time to show why JUCO products, like we not just JUCO products. Like it's time to show like we serious about it. We really here to work. So it was a great moment.
You hear about the Gator walk. You hear about just traveling, just coming on campuses, people everywhere. But then the swamp. I mean, you hear about it, but then you got to really experience like, dude, it is hot in this stadium, man. It is packed. It is like, but you get the whole ambiance, man. You get you grind it. Because the thing about JUCO products that I always say, y'all been through the grind already. Like look, bro, I don't know what y'all people think JUCO. They hear JUCO, they think, oh, it's just like P5. It ain't even G5. It ain't FAIA. It ain't HBCU. It ain't Ivy League. It is JUCO. But
yeah.
all that stuff you went through to land where you landed, I mean, if you had to go back to it, do you still, going back, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, do you still go to Hush? Do you think it was all worth it?
Oh yeah, it's definitely worth it. If I could do it over again, I'd do it the same way. Because just being able to go through something like that, it builds your character and it makes you appreciate being at a place like Florida just that much more.
When you sitting there with your teammates, a lot of them dudes, they coming straight out of high school going to Florida. Some of them, you got Pearsall that started off at Arizona State. You got Justin Short that started off at Penn State. So they going from P5 to P5. How much sometimes you tell them boys, y'all ain't dealing with nothing, bro. Listen to me. No. Y'all complain about stuff that is not a complaint. You listen, your clothes, your uniforms is washed. You got unlimited gloves. You got unlimited cleats. You got unlimited everything. You ain't coming in and your coach saying, look, man, you're going to have to make this last. Now, ain't no unlimited over here. And you ain't got regular size nothing. Look, I need 3X, 4X gloves, coach. It's like, how is it knowing that now you can tell your moms and mom, I'm good, man. And we sitting here, on 84 Reasons, Gators Collective, benefiting from NIL. It all comes full service. I'm pretty sure your mom and brother, had they had a chance to come to a game this year?
Yeah, they came to the Utah game. That was the first they came to. They made sure they was at the first game.
So they look it up. Listen, they look it up like this, and you on the field going, yeah, I'm doing the same thing, man. This is Gainesville. Gainesville is not a metropolitan area for people that don't know. You talking about the big cities in Florida. Gainesville is not. But on campus, because now, Jordan, man, I don't know what y'all boys so bougie now. I mean, listen, man, I'm at the hot tub. I'm not in the pool. I'm at the hot tub. You know what I'm saying? To go from having y'all boys got y'all freaking lockers look like first class on a G5 jet, man. Y'all got, obviously the other sports get to eat there. They get to come through there and get some good food. Mm-hmm. But just talk about what Billy Napier is building, man. Like he's seen respect y'all for parking spots. I know Shannon Snell, class of 2000, by the way. Shout out to Shannon Snell. I know y'all boys eating good every Thursday and Sundays. Shannon couldn't boil a hot dog when we was in college. Not his boy, but just talk about how much love and respect Billy Napier shows you guys.
Coach Napier, man, he came here. He really transformed it. Like he transformed. He got a vision, and we lead in his game plan. Like. He's a leader and we follow him, and we so invested in what he has going on in his game plan because we know it can lead to success. So he came in and made immediate changes, and when someone comes in and make immediate changes, they're serious about what they're doing. So he's a leader, and we follow his game plan, and we just follow him in his game plan. We know it's gonna work.
Jordan, you at Florida now. You listen. You done heard of it. Listen, you play with people from Duval. They gonna scream it with the boys from Jacksonville. You play with like 30 guys from Lakeland. You playing with dudes from Orlando and Tampa. You playing with dudes from the Mug in Miami. But your swag is North Carolina. I'm Charlotte, North Kakalaki. Yeah. How has your swag? Because obviously I learn about other places from people I played with, right? You from Charlotte, North Kakalaki. You know, Rock Hill, for those who don't know, is not North Carolina. That is South Carolina, just right on the border. So to you Rock Hill people, cool, but y'all in North Carolina. That's another story for another day. But how have you introduced, like, how many times have you said, listen, man, where I'm from, we do this. Where I'm from, we do that.
Yeah, like there's a lot of boys in the locker room that's from Florida. So I really just I try to build relationships with everybody in the locker room just so I can get a feel from where they come from and how they operate and their upbringing. And it's kind of similar, but there's a lot of differences as well. Like the food we eat may be way different, like different spots at home. And I tell the boys, like, man, y'all need to try. Like, so out here in Gainesville, it's Bojangles, and there's only one Bojangles in Gainesville. And a lot of people don't really eat it like that. And I'm just like, man, Carolina, it's a Bojangles on every corner.
Like Waffle House up there, like Bo-berry biscuits. And they don't listen. They too young, man. Don't. It's like, so when you saw the Bojangles, did you go, bro? Y'all got one? No, y'all.
That's what I'm saying. When I seen it, I was like, oh man, they got a Bojangles. I was coming out here. I was like, I know they ain't got no Bojangles out here. And I saw it. I was like, oh man, yeah.
I mean, so are you a Panthers fan? I mean, you right there in Charlotte. Are you a Hornets fan? Were you a Panthers fan? Or were you just like, look, man, I'll go watch them play, but were you a Cam Newton fan growing up? I mean, what is it like growing up in Charlotte, North Kakalaki, man?
It's a big city and it's a lot of stuff to do. I'm definitely a Panthers fan. I still got Cam jersey. Cam Newton, man, that's my dog right there. Yeah, I'm a big Cam Newton fan. Still a Panthers fan and a Hornets fan. I support all the teams in the city, and I try to catch a game whenever I can too. But yeah, those are my teams right there.
Man, I remember everybody got their rap stars. I know the baby. I know he is from Charlotte. He reps Charlotte. Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, man, see, this is the thing about Charlotte. Y'all see the big city. Y'all see the skyscrapers. Y'all see the Hornets. People see the Panthers, Bank of America Stadium. Oh, Charlotte, it goes down. I mean, we don't got it goes down for real in Charlotte. I ain't trying to make shit seem like one place is worse or better than the other. But from a person that know, see, my son live in Ballantyne, aka the bougie part. He way out there.
Yeah.
That's Steve Smith Jr. and all them. They out there, but. Once them flashing lights, they dim a little bit, and then it gets real dark. Turn around, go the other way, because I'm telling you, that's another conversation for another day. But Jordan, you say you called your brother. You said you called your mom. But is your brother? Is he? Do he play football? Is he looking to follow in his brother's footsteps?
No, my brother, he's older. He's grown man. He about 27 now. So yeah, he didn't play football, but he played basketball growing up. But he just working man, and he support me with everything I do. So he was excited just as much as my mom.
Jordan, what the hell goes on in a young man's mind? He out there in Charlotte, North Carolina, trying to play basketball, and you go 3-2, and you run out there for the jump ball. He's like, whoa. I got to deal with this. Yeah, bro. I'm in pain. I ain't Joel Embiid. I ain't shooting threes. I'm banging down low, and you got to deal with this for 4 quarters. Like, how much has basketball helped you in the transition to playing football?
Basketball definitely helped me transfer over to football. I mean, yeah, to football. Because just the feet aspect about it, just like being able to change direction and stuff like that, and just being nimble on your feet. And basketball, you got to have those qualities to play basketball. Defensive slides, got to be able to change direction, stuff like that. And the speed aspect about it too. Like basketball is such a fast-paced game, and you got to keep up with it. So in football, it's the same way on the O-line, and so it transferred pretty good.
Jordan, you always gonna have that chip on your shoulder, man. Coming out of high school, going to Hutch Community College, man. Understand, look, I'm doing this for the betterment of me. And people are, like you say, people always think, oh, they come from JUCO, they might not be as good. You're like, bro, we might be better than some of y'all boys here, man. I mean, I'm gonna let my play speak for me, but with everything you gone through, look, you can't coach size, you got it. You can't coach ability, you got it. But now you at a spot to where y'all are hunted. Yeah, I know that Georgia, Michigan, TCU, Ohio State, they in the college football playoff. Y'all right there though. Like every game y'all was in, yeah, the bowl game got away from us. Those type of things happen. I get it. It's 28-20 in Jacksonville against Georgia. Y'all came back against Tennessee. Kentucky just had a bad game. You beat the Pac-12 champion, first game of the year. Man, for people that don't understand what it's like to play for Florida, because people hear expectations, like, yeah, that's cool, but I play for Florida, dude. Like, they expect us to win every game. It don't matter who we play. Talk about that expectation and just understanding that's the hardest part. It's not playing and practicing, but I got to meet these expectations every single day.
Yeah, that's what I realized when I first got here, is that the standard of being a Florida Gator is high, and we got to live up to those expectations. And this season, it may not have been the best season or the way we wanted it to go, but I'm proud of what we did this season. And I know we got a team that's going to fight. I know we got a team that's going to persevere, because in all those games that we have lost, we fought. And we stuck together, and we played for one another. We played for each other, because at the end of the day, that's what we do. We play for each other. We brothers, and we're going to play hard until the whistle blows. So,
man, Osiris Torrance has obviously moved on. Going to be, she should be a first-round pick, and people know talent. What is it like being in a room with a guy who I heard to play with him? He like, bro, just tell me what you want. I know what the defense trying to do. I know what we're trying to run with this offense. Having a guy like that at your disposal, how much did you learn from him last year?
I learned a lot from just his work ethic and the way he go about things and the way he do things. Like, someone that you know is potentially going to be a first-round draft pick, you try to take as much away from him as you can and try to pick his brain, because he's about to go through that, and he's earned all these accolades. Like, I can't even tell you how many All-Americans he got this year. It's like, man, like that's special, like, because he worked hard for it, and we in that room, we know how much he worked. He doesn't say too much. He's a quiet fella, but when it's time to work, he gonna work. So I just try to pick his brain and take everything I can from him. That's a lifelong relationship right there. That's my guy.
Jordan, man, you in the trenches, man. You in the trenches in the SEC. I don't know if it gets harder in football in college than playing in the trenches in the SEC. Man, what is it like? Because like you saying, you're like, look, man, people get to watching the game. They watching the running backs. They watching the receivers. But y'all, listen, y'all getting it in every single play. Like at the end of the play, when people go, man, why he laying on top of that D line like that? Because he tries some stuff to play before they y'all didn't see. What is it like knowing that, look, bro, I'm finna get, not arguing, I'm finna get the most athletic D lineman on the line, he's gonna work his bull rush, he's gonna work his swim move, he's gonna work but you saying to yourself, look, bro, I'm strapped in for 60 minutes, man. I'm gonna have to he gotta deal with me. What is it like playing in the trenches and carrying on? You talking about that tradition, carrying on the tradition of being an O-lineman at UF.
So at practice every day, going against these DNs that we got on our team, like, they some dogs. Like, just going against our D line every day, that prepare us as O-linemen to be able to go against the D line from other teams in the SEC or whoever we play, because we got some dogs on our D line. So just being able to go against them, and it's like iron sharpen iron. Like, we battle it out every practice. Like, it's offense versus defense. So, we battle it out every practice, and that's irons. That sharpens my iron every day, and it just helps me get prepared for teams that we face. And just being able to go against some of the best in this league in college football, because it's the SEC, man, that's great, because that just prepares you for the next level as well.
Now, Jordan, I know you mentioned him earlier. You talked about you called your brother, older brother. You called your mom. What would you say to your mom, man? Because those are our parents are the ones that they believe in us when we don't feel like doing it. They're the ones that's encouraging us when I'm like, Mom, I'm trying to tell you, I'm about to get the hell up out of Kansas. I'm just telling you, I'm leaving. I'm not staying.
Yeah.
No, Jordan, stay. It's cool. What would you say to your moms, to your brother, knowing that is your support system?
I talk to them all the time. I just tell them, like, I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to keep up with everything I'm doing, education, football. Like, they don't have to worry. I'm going to make sure we straight. Like, at the end of the day, I'm going to make sure I take care of all of y'all. Like, that's my goal, is just to be able to take care of my family. So I'm going to keep pushing and keep striving just so I can take care of them and make sure everybody's straight. And I just give them that reassurance all the time, because I know that's my goal, and I'm going to pursue my goal, and I'm going to make that happen. So I just tell them that all the time.
from Charlotte, North Carolina to Kansas. You know, now he's down there in Gainesville, 6'8", walking around, people staring at him. Yes, I play for Florida. Stop staring at me. What do you want? I will take a picture. Stop staring at me. I'm an easy going. But if you got an opposite jersey on and you play D-line, I got a problem with you. I got a problem with you if you're standing in front of me. He is Jordan Herman. I am being true. This is 84 Reasons. And for those of you who think 2022 was sweet, right? You think, oh, man, we got them Florida boys. 2023, they coming for everybody. Yeah, we got to go to Utah. I don't know what the hell Utah is, but we got to go out there the first game of the year. Listen, man, Jordan, I appreciate you taking the time, man. As you know, I'm going to be watching, man. And listen, when you get, I don't know how many pancakes you're going to get, but when you do get them, listen, I don't know what this is. Y'all get a pancake, y'all stick y'all hands up and lay on top of the dude like, bro, he trying to get you out here. I'm like, the D-line, like, you know, like, what, I ain't touching him, bro. Yes, you are touching him. I can't even do it. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I appreciate you coming on, man. And tell Shannon that says this. He said, tell him, say, Ben True told me to tell you, you fake, because you ain't cooked nothing back in the day. Now you a freaking
I got you.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir, for sure. Most definitely.
All right.